Morning, guys, and welcome to day one of the next year of my life, actually. I promised you guys I was going to create a new channel, and it's taken me a couple weeks to figure out what the theme is going to be. And rather than direct it towards, motivation or fitness or my business or lifestyle or luxury, I'm just going to give you a taste of everything. I'm going to show you my year or my life for the next year, starting with day one. Today, I am actually on my way to see Bedros, my new business coach that I hired. Now, I paid $100,000 for this guy for 1 year of service to see what he can do with my business, see if he can help me, build it up, organize it, and really take it to the next level. So, the next year of my life, guys, I'm committing starting today to grinding, to networking, to building the brand, building the relationships that I need, and it all starts with today. So I hope you guys enjoy this series. It's going to be a little bit different every single day, but my promise to you is every single day you're going to get a blog or a live Q&A or something for the next year, guys. So I hope you enjoy this, and here we go.
Did this for Tony Stephan, and he was able to find himself a great assistant, period. And the next time you come, if you want to bring your video guy with you, be my guest.
Probably will the next time.
Plenty of my coaching clients have done that, and I get it. Content is king. Cool. So hopefully copy gets taken care of for you, and then whenever you need copy from that point on, you don't have to write it anymore. Nick can. And the busier you get, the more exclusive you want to make your application pages, you just outsource it to Nick. Disha will be able to write descriptions for you, and if it's not her, we'll find someone.
Okay.
You're going to find yourself with Joan, who is just bananas about protecting your time and making sure all your people, because as you can imagine, I had to teach a Navy SEAL and a Marine how to sell a $12,000, 75-hour experience that kicks people's ass, and they were able to sell it. But like a Navy SEAL and a Marine, they're not the most organized, so they're like, took the money on to the next sale, right?
Right.
And so these people who are like high-level entrepreneurs that are like, hey man, I read your book, I bought this thing from Navy SEAL, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. Do I bring a suit? Do I bring shorts? What do I bring to this thing? I see that there's a graduation dinner, etc. I was like, all right, hey Joan, create a process and a structure. She created a process and a structure. She wrote the emails for them to send out to introduce them, the person to her. She does the whole onboarding, what to pack, etc. Moves them along to Byron, who runs the Zoom-based fitness program so that they can come in conditioned.
Okay.
But she created the entire process line, and I share this with you because you're going to want your Joan to be able to, once the lead comes in and the sale has been made, confirm the sale has been made, product went out. Like if I'm buying a timepiece from you, once whoever, Marco, Chris, you took my money and said the product's been shipped, the very next thing would be, hey, my name is Joan, and I'm going to be your liaison until your timepiece gets to you. Here's a tracking number.
I mean, as much volume as we do and as we're getting to, should I look at a standalone person that can do this? So I've got a CPA
Yes.
that just does taxes and all that, and monthly reports. I have a bookkeeper now that's actually going through managing spreadsheets, numbers, yada, yada, yada. Another one of our big things is, let's say a watch sells. Well, I'm constantly on the road doing all this, so I'll use me as a perfect example. My sales guys should have a little bit more time, but we'll just use me.
Sure.
You call me to get a watch. I source a watch. I sell it to you over the phone, kind of like this guy tonight. I did that, started it this morning, sold it by the time I got here. I'm gonna go meet him tonight, have dinner and all that. I'm sourcing 3 different watches from 3 different places. He's paying me via Bitcoin, which is gonna have to go to one of my guys. It's gonna have to get transferred in. So that money's gonna take a few days to get to me. Then I've gotta pay these 3 people and orchestrate all that. On top of that, I don't know the serial numbers to any of these watches. I can't get that data to my bookkeeper to get an invoice created. The amount of info he wants before he'll create an invoice, it literally takes me sitting down on my computer for 10 minutes to do it. And while that doesn't sound like a big deal, for me that is 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't have 10 minutes
Yeah.
because I'm already in that 10 minutes, I can get another watch sold. So I need that person that I can say, Joan, here's the buyer's number, here's what I sold them for.
Yeah.
Handle the rest.
Yeah.
I can get you
That's
the
exactly
dealers.
what the Joan would do.
Okay.
And then,
But I have also 7 people doing that. So should I get one person that's her only job is
Yes.
getting the information? Because my sales guys, I don't want them. Right now, our process is when you sell something, you go into HubSpot, you create that person as a customer once, and then you go back through and you get all the information on the watch. So you're looking at our spreadsheets. If it's current inventory, you're contacting the dealer, hoping they can give you this information and trying to compile all that. And I'm losing sales. I want them to. All I want my salespeople doing is connecting a buyer with a watch, getting it sold, move on.
That's exactly what needs to happen. Because also your salespeople are not good with doing the detail work.
No.
So you probably have spreadsheets that are empty, columns that are empty.
Red everywhere.
Right, exactly. And you don't want that because your accountant's probably getting up your ass because, hey, if there's an audit, what the
This is what I spend my mornings and my nights doing, is trying to help him
Right.
catch this all up.
That's what your Joan's going to do, and your Joan's going to do it really well. So you want one full-time person where all 7 salespeople, and down the line, if you have 14 salespeople, just go buyer, meet Joan. Joan, the buyer bought these 3 watches. They're going to pay via Bitcoin, so we can do the transfer thingamajig. And she goes, okay, Anthony, I'll take it from here. Hey, Bedros, don't bother reaching out to Anthony anymore because I know all this stuff better than he does moving forward. See, that's what Joan does. Don't reach out to B. He doesn't know when to schedule your coaching calls.
Right.
I'm going to schedule your coaching calls. I'm going to tell you when everything's going to happen. Oh, okay, Joan, thank you. And all I would do is send out a text message. Hey, Bob, you're going to be in good hands with Joan. And you're done, bro. You're on to the next one. So's your sales reps.
Okay.
I'm just going to write 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So this actually works cool. I mean, you can look at it like these are my back end, those are my front end sales.
And I'm drawing this out so that you're going to take a picture as we're done, all this. And so the reason they're on the same level, in the perfect world, you're not managing. You see how there's a barrier between you and them?
Yes.
That is super important, dude. You cannot manage these people unless there's a problem. When it's time to get up someone's ass, when it's time to do rah pep talk,
Right.
state of the business, monthly talk, that's all you. But otherwise, you're not having to manage them. You might be talking to them, sales training, sales strategies, how to send a text that gets a better response, but she is managing everybody on this row.
So with her overseeing the entire company, would it not make sense that there's all these ideas that I have for building the business? There's me flying all the time. So I'm in a different city every weekend.
Who books your travel?
Me.
Okay, so your Joan would do that as well.
Okay, so should I, to relieve, because she's gonna get busy enough. There's so many different moving parts. I feel like she would get busy enough. Shouldn't I have a
Director of
dedicated
sales.
sales?
What is Mark? And this is what.
And she's also going to be the manager of my store when I'm there, making sure my receptionist is greeting people the proper way. Kind of.
Yeah, she would just be in the store, not necessarily dealing with people like buyers, right?
Yes,
She'd
she'd just be the
sure.
hard, hard fist to make sure
Yeah.
people are.
Yeah,
So we'll talk about Marco a little bit later too. So me and Marco are business partners. We're equal.
yeah.
But when he's there, we've talked this. He understands that he's working on it. He's relaxed. When I walk in, I don't have to say anything, but people just.
Everybody snaps to attention.
Yes. And so this is what she would be the me when I'm not here
Yes.
until Marco gets to that
Correct.
point.
For the time being,
Yes.
you may not need a sales manager. As the store opens up and things ramp up, like ironically, we're in the process about a week ago. Joan's like, hey, you know what? Like things are getting big, things are growing faster. I'm like, cool. What do you need? She goes, I need a second Joan. She needs an assistant.
Right.
Do it, Joan.
Okay.
Get it. She would offload the trivial stuff
Yep.
and still do the big stuff.
Okay.
Right, and so what's cool is this will, it's a living document like the Constitution, where then we might extend this down, create another box under her that she manages this person who manages these people because she's too busy and involved in your life, your travel, the operation of the store, making sure the accountants are doing the quarterly P&Ls and all that, so that the chance of an audit are even less. But at some point you will have a sales manager.
Now what about my online? So Jimmy, who works for me part-time, off-site, he works from his computer from home. Right now, Jimmy manages all of my leads coming in, and he divvies them out. And then he checks my CRM to see who's hitting those leads. So here's 2 things that'll come into play. Is the CRM is what Jimmy can use to tell me if salespeople are hitting their leads, entering the data, doing all this. If we're creating this position that's going to take away from my sales guys having to enter CRM data in, who's going to track whether they're getting hit or not, who's going to vet them, because Jimmy also goes through, so say, from my understanding of Jimmy's position, in the morning, he gets all these new leads that come in. He goes through and
From the
rates
website.
From the website. He checks all the emails. So he goes through every single one of them, vets them. If they're international, he's got an email for those. If they just sound like they're not really serious or there's not enough info, he'll let them know there's not enough info. Come back when you fill it out properly. Then he takes all the vetted leads and disperses them between my two backends. And then he also checks, he'll send some of these sales guys leads, but the main thing is he'll check their CRM to see if they're putting any data in at all. Because they say that they're selling, they say that, or we'll get complaints.
Yeah.
I've been following up with this person. I've
Yeah,
talked to
yeah.
him once and haven't heard from him, and then Jimmy will reach out and say, hey, so-and-so, did you talk to this person? Oh yeah, we go back and forth. He looks in CRM and there's no
This
data.
seems
no
like
notes.
a task that operations manager would be doing.
From Jimmy, from what he tells me, this is managing the lead flow, and the CRM is a full-time job in itself. If Joan is overseeing the entire operation of the business,
Okay.
she's not gonna have, I mean, just the emails alone that we get on a daily basis, from leads to customer service complaints to people wanting to reach out and try new business. Jimmy is who I want. I ultimately see this. So this is Joan.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep stepping up, and when we branch off, I want a Miami and an LA office,
Yeah.
and a Palo Alto office, a
Yeah.
New York office that are satellite hubs for intake of inventory. I want Jimmy to step in. That's where he's going to be. I'm going to clone him. I'm going to clone me, and it's Jimmy.
You think he has that ability?
Absolutely. All right, so a little conclusion. We've been here 5 hours. I've drank way too much Red Bull, way too much coffee, protein shakes, and this is what we've come up with, is this little few scratches of marker on the board, but it was 5 hours well spent, I feel like. So you guys can see right here, it's backwards, but year to date, off the top of my head, I'm somewhere around 23 million in sales. It's October 29th. My goal this year is 35 million. In 2021, I'm raising the stakes next year to 100 million, just to see where I end up. So I took a picture with Bedros right here to record this, and I want to see what that number is a year from now. So, like I said, it's a lot of money up front. I'm big on investing in myself, and I already feel like if this is the only time I get to meet him, I feel like the 100 grand was well spent. So, guys, that's the conclusion to day one. I'm gonna go grab some dinner. Tune in tomorrow for day 2 of my life in a year. So beef,
Lotus fruit, chicken feet, and tofu.
tofu. Okay, no tofu.
Appetizers.
Yes. I'll do some beef. A lotus foot or a lotus.
Lotus fruit.
And this is gonna be the first time.
Chicken foot.
Chicken foot. I'm gonna dip that one in sauce for sure. Yeah. First time. Is there a bone in here at all?
Yeah,
There is a
there's
bone?
a lot of small bones.
Oh, okay. I gotta be careful with that one.
Yeah, they're like a little bit.
We'll go with the soft one first.
It's totally different, bro. You straight came to like straight surprise.
I like
You know, but you love sushi though. And you go out sashimi, so that's
I
fine.
eat sushi every day.
Yeah.
Let's see you do the chicken feet.
I have to be careful with that one. I have. Well, no, it's because I have veneers.
Oh, I see that.
And I have the toes. So I can't bite down. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. We got a lot of food coming. Get all
Now the
that.
food's coming. Keep the vegetables on the non-spicy. What is that?
15 seconds.
15 seconds right here. You hot. You spicy.
I wasn't counting that. I'm just gonna watch for you to pull it out and then count for 3 more seconds.
Let me check mine.
It is about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I see the whole curveball and can't meet me up.
Oh, the sensation. They should have a stopwatch.
Yeah, come on. I think, oh, we had it.